Hello everyone, welcome back to the Maternity Diary, where we document all things parenthood and celebrate the journey. Today's video was inspired by one of you. You know who you are. A subscriber who asked in my DM, why do my kids fight all the time? Phew, phew. If you've ever had to play referee more than being a parent, you are not alone, trust me. Let's talk about it. Why do kids fight so much? So sibling fights are super common, and even though it can drive us up to the wall, it's actually a normal part of child development. Did you know that? So here are a few reasons why kids fight. Number one, they are still learning how to communicate their feelings. Yeah, and that is absolutely true. Next thing on the reasons why kids fight is because they want attention, and usually from you or from each other. Sometimes it's not even you they want the attention from, they want it from each other. Next on the list of reasons is that they are testing boundaries. Have you ever heard of that? When kids are intentionally trying to test your boundary. That's another reason. Another reason is that they get bored. Sometimes they get hungry. Sometimes they are tired or simply overstimulated. And all those things are reasons why you might find siblings or your kids fighting. Alright, so last but not the least reason is that usually when kids are very close in age, there's often some kind of natural competition for toys, for space, and sometimes for you. Yeah, so it's just sometimes a natural competition. All right, so let's be honest. My kids can be hugging and playing so nicely, and then just out of nowhere someone is yelling that they want a blue cup or they want this particular toy, which they haven't touched in forever, but just because another kid picked it up, they want to play with it. And that is something I've experienced as well. So mommy, you're not alone, and thanks so much for sharing this question with us. Okay, so parents around the world, to be honest, it's really exhausting. And yeah, it is exhausting, but over time I have learned a few things that can help, and today I want to share those with you. So here are a few practical examples or tips that have helped me personally and other moms I know. I collated some from a couple of moms I know, and this is what we came up with. So number one, name the feelings. When kids fight, sometimes they're just fighting because they are being misunderstood, So it's actually really important for them to name those feelings. So you can try saying, oh, it looks like you're both feeling frustrated. What happened? And that allows them to answer. And usually when you even ask immediately, both of them will be trying to fight for attention, that I will be the one to say it first. I will be the one to say it first. Yeah, so usually I'll be like, okay, person A, can you tell me what happened? And then when he finishes, I'll say, okay, now person B, tell me what happened. That way you are getting them to actually name what the feelings are, and they talking about it. You've heard about the saying that sometimes even talking about how you're feeling helps you to resolve, to feel better. Yeah, even with kids, it goes for them as well. Next thing, tip is to model conflict resolution. So let your kids see you, how you handle disagreement, how you handle misunderstanding in your own household, among your friends. Let them see it. Next tip is to set clear boundaries. For example, if you find a kid, especially sometimes the younger kids are really more naughty and they would rather try to hit the older kid, so you can set that clear boundary and say, you know what, we don't hit, we never hit another kid. If you are upset about something, you can either walk away or come to an adult, find an adult to ask for help. I find mommy, find daddy, find your teacher to ask for help, but never ever hit. That is forbidden. Another tip that I love is one-on-one time. So give each child their own space with you, especially when you have multiple kids. You know, it's like, you know, especially like there's something called sibling rivalry, and maybe one day we'll do a video about that with an expert, of course. But sibling rivalry is a real thing, so it is important for you to give each child one-on-one time, and it has to be equal amounts of time, right? Especially if they are conscious about what time means. If it's 20 minutes, 30 minutes for each child, you are doing that. Next, take turn. Teach these kids how to take turns. Like, for instance, you see that one kid never plays with a particular toy. As soon as the other kid goes to pick up the toy, that is when he remembers that, oh, I love this toy so much and I can never let it go. I want to play with it right now. This is an opportunity for you to teach them how to take turns. Your brother, your sister took the toy, let him play with it for 10 minutes, and then he will hand it over to you. That way and you have to be very firm in the way you are saying it to them. Not that you are shouting, not that you are being mean, but you have to be very firm. And you don't have to say it like you are joking. Oh, you can play with it. No, you have to be firm and tell them you take turns. And you can use timers. Sometimes timers really make it really incredible. There are tiny timers that you can set the timer, okay, and it actually makes it feel fair to them, because the time is obvious. You are not making up the time and saying, okay, 10 minutes is over. You are showing that, okay, this is the time. When the time lapse, it gets to that point, then it'll be your turn. That way they are looking forward to taking their turn and not being too pushy or being eager to play with the toy when you've told them not to or to wait for their turn. Next, but this one I find interesting. So they say, do not rush. One parent told me, do not rush to intervene, and that was something that she has done that has helped her kids. So she says sometimes kids do figure out themselves. They figure it out all by themselves, and it teaches them problem solving. So for her, usually she will not rush immediately to go help them. She will wait a little bit first before, and if they do not resolve it after some time, that is when she goes in to intervene. All right, so let's talk about one of my favorite ones, okay, is praising peace. And one thing I personally do is to celebrate when my kids are getting along. And to be honest, positive reinforcement goes a long way. So especially when I see that, oh, they've gone this amount of time without fighting, I will praise them, make them feel good. That way you see that they want to... Kids love praises. Everyone loves praises. I love praises. You love praises, right? So once you do that, you see that they would like to do more of that so they can receive more praises. Yeah. Okay. All right. So one thing I've always had to remind myself, my kids don't fight too many times, but the few times they have fought, I've had to remind myself that my kids aren't fighting to make my life hard. And to be honest, it can make you feel like, oh, these kids are making my life hard. They're making it so difficult to be a mom. No, they're actually learning how to be in a relationship, just like you, just like me, just like adults. You know, they are navigating emotions, fairness, and sometimes even just self-control. And you are the safe space they get to figure it all out in. So I hope this video helped to normalize some of the chaos a little bit and gave you a few tools to try. And let me know in the comment section, what do you do when your kids fight? And what has worked for you? What hasn't worked? Have you gotten any other tips that I haven't mentioned that has worked for you? Please put it in the comment section. And if you've got any more parenting question like this one, and this one, when I saw it tonight, I was so happy to see it. I was like, yes, yes. I feel like Oprah right now. Oh yeah, please send them my way. And even if I don't know, I'm going to get a few other people in the community to help answer some of your questions. So don't forget to like, subscribe, share. Because what? Sharing is caring. Why are you not sharing my videos? Share it. Our views are going down. Share it, please. Share it with another parent who might need this reminder today. Yeah, I appreciate your time. Thank you for watching. I would love to see your comments. I would love to see more engagement from you guys. And until the next time, don't forget to stay happy, stay healthy, and stay beautiful. And never ever forget that God loves you. See you next time on the Maternity Diary. Bye. Live my life like it's my last day. Live my life like it's my last day. So I'm gonna live.